All right, afternoon, everyone. What is it? Wednesday, probably about 3:30. Kids had early release today. They usually, when they ride the bus, they're not home till 5. They're on the bus for almost an hour. They used to be first dropped off when they were home in 5 minutes, but this year they got last drop off. But they're lucky in the morning they have last pickup to where they're only riding the bus for a few minutes in the morning to school, which school's only 5 minutes away. We're only maybe 2-3 miles at most. All right, so let's start here. Here's the big flat belt pulley. You guys saw me in a short unloading off the trailer. Big bearings, wow. I'd have to say that's 3 inch or bigger arbor. Or I know that's not the arbor, but that's the same size as the arbor steel over here. So all right, so they were driving on a flat belt. It's a right-handed mill. There's a few things I don't understand. The big pulley in the middle used to run something. And it's like, I wonder what it ran. Did it run maybe a conveyor? I don't know. Maybe it used to run this, because this is why I was going to say that, all right? This belt right here, I wonder if it used to go to this pulley. But I don't know why they would still have that belt on there if they don't use it anymore, because it seemed like you wouldn't want that sitting there flopping around if you went to chain drive. So I thought at first maybe they switched this to chain drive, like that wore out. Looking at all these old gears. See, and then this has a little chain drive here. Wonder if maybe that chain drive used to go there instead of they moved it to here. Like they just changed this and added this chain. I don't know. Anybody who recognizes this style, it's a slip clutch. You know, this spins in here and you push pressure on the stick and it closes it up and you can see it spins in there. But then this almost looks factory, this chain. So I wonder what that ran. Did it run a top saw? No, because if this ran on this, it touched this, which that wouldn't be touching a top saw if that touched that. That, you know, a belt would be just going straight up to the top saw, and that doesn't look like it went that way. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, let's go back to here. So what I've got is, I figured is the chain drives the slip clutch here, which then puts, when you tighten up on the stick, makes this gear spin one way or the other. And which then sends power into this chain, which is on a different setup. You know, I think these spin separately. Goes down to that stationary gear there, which then goes through, has another gear there, which runs this big gear, which is on a shaft, going to the cable drive for the carriage. Those are little bearing covers for whatever that is. I'm going to have to ask David what that was. He didn't really know either. I think he bought the mill in parts and, you know, all taken apart. So the original beams for the track were trashed. So that's why we don't got none of that. But if they were trashed, don't really need them anyways. Might have been nice to see how they were built, but all right, so all you professional sawyers out there, tell me what it is. There's got to be somebody out there that knows what kind of mill this is, or what kind of husk this is, and what kind of, you know, even if they don't go together. Okay, so let's now look at the carriage. Nice wheels. They're the wider wheels, or the wider guide wheels. A lot wider than my other mills. This track is a lot wider. Kind of like that. They're nice straight pieces too. 40 foot of it. And then I got 40 foot of flat steel laying down underneath there too. You can almost see it. All the wheels seem pretty nice. I like the little sawdust cleaners. Got them on just about, oh, it's on all of them. They look factory too. They're all made exactly the same. There's the sawdust conveyor. It is self-contained. I'm gonna try to get that running. That might come up to the garage, and cause I got a few little motors I could probably put on it. But that would be nice to be able to set that down in there, fix up the big pan area, and be able to run the sawdust drag while I'm cleaning up in there. Because right now you can only run it when the saws, or it only runs when the saw's running, and that sucks. So I do have that blower in the garage that I need to put a motor on. And I have the motor, just one of those slack ass, no motivation to do that things. Okay, and then here's the other wheels on the other side. Yeah, there's the flat track. Now, it looked like they had somebody weld at one time, but then it broke again. Right there, and they cobbled a bunch of steel on it. It does move, but I didn't want to force on anything. Those knees need some definite attention. Good bit of training fluid on all of it. And let it eat away at the rust a little bit. Oh. And then I took the old cable. It's no good, but I figured at least I could measure off it. And then it had the couple rods that go into the carriage there to hook the cable to it. So yeah, so I'm looking for information. It's always nice to know what they're called, and then you can kind of look them up, and maybe see if you can see an old directions, or at least an old picture, and maybe see what something you don't understand is. The husk, it's not that bad a shape. I mean, it's old wood, but it's still fairly decent. I guess maybe not that board. But it's thick. It's like 3-inch thick. The problem is it just looks like it's pine. I wonder, oh wow. No, that's just where grease was leaking down. I was like, I almost thought that was a brake right there, but no. Really big bearings there. That thing's humongous. Let me jump up here and I'll put my hand next to it, show you guys. Wow. I couldn't believe it. That's what really I liked about this mill when I seen it. Was the size of that. The arbor and bearing, that's a 3-inch, if not bigger, shaft. Oh, another view. Yeah, so that wheel just got me curious what it does. Does that help send, or maybe does that hook on there and the clutch, one part of the clutch goes for forward, and then maybe this wheel, I don't know. Yeah, hard telling. See, yeah, all the wood on this side, on the inside, looks good. I'd like to get it tarped, but it's not going to happen. It's coming down too quick. The snow sitting on it isn't going to hurt it. As long as it's fluffy, I'll be able to just blow it off with the blower. All right, everyone. Oh, so, and then did I show the guide pins? Oh, look at how the guide pins were. This one's flipped around funny, but wood just slid in there. That one there is in place. See that? Chime in if you ever seen anything like that before either. I'm definitely not going to use this one. You know, if I set this husk up, that one's just in too bad a shape. I have, actually the other mills I picked up, one of them come with 2 extra on top of the one that was with the mill, so I'll probably use one of those. That one there needs to just be retired. And I'm probably going to snag that right away. I know I can make one, but snag that right away for the American. That's a good idea. All that sawdust blasts down off the blade, and that's why it makes such a big mess down there. Because it hits down and then it just blasts every direction. So, I'm stealing that from myself. Oh, look at the boy. Look at the size of that. He's making a snowman. That's a pretty big one you got there. Alright, everyone. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to go and warm my hands up. I've been down the hill playing all day, and I sit here and visit with my kids. So, thanks for watching. Till next time.